After a few years of living in a bit of a chilly and drafty home, my plants have now found paradise, and I couldn't be happier for them. This past week, I was visiting with my father, and while I was waiting for him to have an appointment, I was listening as an older woman nearby was having some physical therapy. And I could overhear the conversation and see them. And the therapist was so sweet with her. She was trying to help her relearn how to stand up out of a chair and sit back down. And the thing that struck me was the woman kept saying over and over again, "This used to be so easy, and I took it for granted." She must have said that at least 10 times, and it hit me so hard. It's about a 3.5 hour drive back home from Delaware, and the entire ride, I just kept hearing her words and her sweet little voice, and how it's true. It's so easy for us to take things for granted when we have them. It really made me stop and think about the things that I appreciate so much right now and I don't want to take for granted. Like the days when the sun shines and it hits your skin and it just feels amazing. And the ability to walk, she would give anything right now, I'm sure, to be able to walk. And I can. What an amazing thing. It's so very easy when I'm in the middle of doing things like moving, which is a big and a stressful thing. It's just so easy to forget about all the things that I have to be grateful for. I'm just focused on finding tables and getting the dishes put into the right place. But really, I need to remember that this is what matters the most. Being able to breathe in the fresh air, see all the beautiful colors, hear the birds. It's an amazing, amazing thing. No matter what we have or don't have in life in this moment, there are always so many things to be grateful for. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. Wow. The clouds are moving so fast. The moon is so bright. Wow. It has been incredibly cold and just very wet and gray the last few days. And so that means it's time to make soup. I love this kitchen window and working at the sink. I'm always on the lookout for what might be out there. I'm kind of hoping to spot a bear. I prefer to spot them from inside rather than outside, but probably won't be seeing them until maybe the spring. This is one of my favorite comfort soups. It is a roasted potato, sausage, and kale soup. So I just cut up some big chunks of potato, some big chunks of garlic and onion, and I roast them up, and that is the beginning of the most delicious soup. I'm not the best recipe follower, so I just kind of stick in a little bit of this and that, some salt, some garlic, and then I add in a little bit of pepper and then some cumin, And then I have this incredible curry seasoning that I got at Marshall's, actually. It is so delicious. Once it's been in the oven for about 20 minutes, I then slice up some casing-free sausage, add that in, give it a stir, and put it back in the oven for about another 10 minutes. And then I bring it back out of the oven. It's starting to look and smell delicious. And I add in about 2 cups of water, mix that up really well, and then put it in the oven for another 10 to 15 minutes. If I had some good homemade bone broth on hand, I'd use it, but I don't. So in goes some chicken stock and also some cannelli beans. And normally I like using the big giant kale, but the baby kale was on sale. And since eggs are like $8 a dozen, we're going with what's on sale. So then take out the potato mixture from the oven, throw it on in there with the soup, and let it do its thing for a bit. And then I add in a can of full-fat coconut milk, which is what makes everything taste amazing. I make this soup a lot in the winter, and I don't usually add dill. But for some reason, when I was walking through the supermarket and I saw the dill, my body just really, really wanted it. So I got it, and I added it in, and I have to say, it was a really, really perfect addition. I might be using it from now on. But I will always, of course, be using goat cheese because that's the best. Baking, making soup, playing my piano, and focusing on the little bits here and there that are done in this place are making me feel like I'm more and more at home. I made a thrift store detour on my way home to New York the other day from Delaware. I had heard about this Habitat Restore in New Jersey that's supposed to be one of the biggest around, and I wasn't actually all that impressed. I'm on the hunt for a very specific sized little table to use in my kitchen area, and they didn't have it. I know I've seen it a million times until now when I'm looking for it. Now it's mission impossible, but I will find it. So right when you walk in, this area back here used to be where there was a refrigerator. Now I didn't want my refrigerator all the way back there since this over here is the kitchen and it's currently a bit of a mess. But I decided I really, really wanted the refrigerator out here, which it now is because we reconfigured some stuff in here. But that left this space back here open. And there is really no closet storage in this place except for the closet in the bedroom for clothes, but there is no like pantry or anything like that. So this is becoming the pantry because it has to be, but I don't really want to close it off. So I need it to be a cute pantry. So I was hoping putting the curtain up would make it cute. And I got my little hooks up there for my coats, my little shoe rack down there. This is obviously just a big giant mess over here because it's just stuff that doesn't have a home yet. And this is going to be its home. It's not properly put together yet. So all my art stuff, kitchen overflow kinds of things. Super cute cartons that I just got for $3.99 at a thrift store. They're going to go on the back of the kitchen cabinets facing the living room. And they're the perfect height. I just have to get a way to store or hang them. But I love this little cabinet back here. And then, of course, you have to put your vacuum and brooms and that kind of stuff somewhere. So for now, that's how it is in here. But this thing is really fun. It doesn't have any glass in it. It probably used to. But if I can end up making it cute, I won't put fabric in here. If I can't get it looking cute, then I'll put fabric in there. But I think I'll be able to do it. And it's nice because there's a window back here. So it's good for the plants. But yeah, this is a mess back here. So I figured I would just go ahead and show it and not be that person who doesn't show the ugly part. But I think it's going to be cute. From afar, it's getting better. At first, it was just an absolute disaster, and I couldn't even look back there. But now you can at least see the floor, and it's going to get there. Okay, the porch still looks like a mess, but I have made huge progress on it. It was completely covered in stuff that I didn't know what to do with, things that were probably not staying in the house, but I wasn't sure. So every day I've just been trying to tackle a few things at a time, and now it's getting there. And then there's still stuff outside too that is just needs to go, needs to be recycled or put in the trash. But I told myself do like 3 to 4 things a day, and then in a month it'll be done, rather than spending like a really big long day getting it done, which maybe I'll end up doing anyway. But for now, it's just nice to actually see the porch floor. I'm going to be setting up my little easel in the corner there, so I'll have a little art spot, which I'm looking forward to. And here he is, the king of the cottage. Charlie's finally starting to really settle in. He's even learning about the windows that he can look out of, looking and watching for squirrels and birds, but mostly he's just watching for Ricky, the handyman, because he absolutely loves Ricky. I hope that wherever you are, you've had a wonderful week and that you're going to have an even better weekend. I send you big, big hugs. Thank you so much for being here.